Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Jamil.
And I'm Jason.
And I'm Darian.
And we are
Soulchess.
And we're hanging with Canary Yellow Productions so you can get to know us.
So, I thought of the name, and there were a few reasons. I guess primarily, we are sort of soul-based, I guess. The chess, just look at us. Played on that. I guess it's, and soul, I mean, soul chess, I guess it's life's like a game of chess that you play with your soul, you might say. It's, I guess, homage to Chess Records as well. I'm a blues guitarist, so I mean, got to pay homage to your roots. Darian's a soul singer. Jamil's a soul drummer. Yeah, a lot of reasons really. I think pretty solid basis for calling ourselves Soulchess.
It's also the first name that I think we liked, because all the other ones were just like, no.
And every other name is taken.
That too, yeah.
And that one's not. I would have made
Believe
it
it or
really.
not.
Yeah. I'll let Jason answer that one. He's in quite a few bands.
I mean, if anybody knows anything about the music industry, it is insanely difficult. It's hard to have a group of guys or women or both or whatever that all want to follow in the same direction. And even at first, sometimes it starts out great. It's like, I compare bands a lot of times like being in a relationship with somebody. It's very, very similar. The dynamics are similar. You just don't have the romantic stuff that goes along with it. The great thing is though, so you go through growing periods just like you do in any other type of relationship. And so from there, you might grow apart, your visions might change, and all that. So that's a big reason why I think it takes so long to find a group of people that you want to work together with. And it can be really difficult, but I think we found a good group of people that are all from different backgrounds, which is really cool. And because I'm like Chris said, a lot of these guys are soul based. I'm like punk rock and rock and all that stuff. So that's where I come from. Where these guys are, Chris is blues and Darian's got the pop and R&B and Jamil's
reggae going on.
Reggae, yeah, exactly. So. So yeah, I got a good story on that one. So it's the story I love. I told like everybody this story. So Jamil and Darian as well, they do those jam nights down at BB King's, which is awesome, by the way. So everybody go out to them. They're great. And Jamil has told me time and time again to go to the jam. I just never went. I was like, I'll go one day. And then finally I went, showed up barely on time. He's playing, sounds great and everything. And then when he's done, he's like, okay, you gotta wait for this guy. His name's Darian. He's really good. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I just roll my eyes. I was like, I hear this all the time. He gets up on stage. I don't even remember what, because it was Prince night. So I don't remember what Prince song he did. But then the whole crowd was just like staring at him. And just like all the women were like, oh my God. And so I was like, I want to play with him. Like, what do we got to do? I want to play with him. So Jamil made it happen. He talked to him, and thank goodness Darian was like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been in bands before, and I'm still active in them, but this is the first time that I've gotten to be a part of something that's original. All of the other bands that I've been in are, cover bands, and I love those. Like, that's, for me, those were my training, and I've been performing since I was a kid, pretty much. But for this original project, it was like, yeah, let's do this.
I really enjoy all the music that we're doing now because it kind of takes me back to the roots of when I started playing drums. Because my initial genre that I was playing was pop and rock. So like Paramore, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, different sounds like that. So I get to ramp it up, and like the tempos are up, the energy's up, just the live band effect is here now. Versus, not the live band effect, the energetic live band effect versus doing like the more somber, soulful R&B stuff. I still love that, and there's a place for that, but this band is taking me back to the ramped up energy that I had when I first started playing drum set.
It's not really, because I mean, Michael Jackson is my first and greatest influence, so you know, for people to have that comparison, it's definitely flattering and a compliment, because he's the first that I've studied, and of course, like, I love him, and you know, The Weeknd is another great comparison. That's, you know, he's another great artist, and I love singers with that kind of range. You know, Stevie Wonder is another one. So those are the type of artists like I feel most comfortable singing along to. So that's where my range fits most. So it's definitely a compliment. Of course, I do want to allow my voice to be distinct enough, and this band and the music will help that, but I definitely have no issue at all showing who my influences are in that regard.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I guess it started not long after I moved from England. I was looking for a bass player to form the band that I'd been trying to form. This is kind of like the band that I'd been trying to form like 8 years ago, really.
Yep.
I wanted to merge techno and like house and drum and bass music into what I was doing in England, into like rock and soul. We were always looking for a soul singer. Jason, I actually met Jason through Craigslist of all things, because he responded to my Craigslist ad. And
Turned out to not be crazy.
yeah, we looked for like a soul singer for ages. You remember doing that? And then
Never
life
found
happened, and Jason went off to in a band, and then finally got back to it. I guess that's how we met. I met Jamil playing at another jam. What do they call them things that they do?
It was a soiree.
Soiree. I can never remember what they call it.
Yeah.
Call
One
it.
of our good
Soiree.
buddies,
Yeah.
Stefan Forbes, is an amazing saxophone player in town. He always has a jam session for his birthday in the middle of July or June, and he just always has a group of musicians come and play. And one day he just, for this a few years ago, Chris was there and I showed up, and he was just about to hop on stage, and they said they saw me and they wanted somebody on drums again, so we hopped up and we started playing, and we really linked. And then after we got done playing, he was like, yeah, we need to get together, because I've been looking for a drummer for a while.
There were a little weird thing about that though, because when we were playing, because we were in a band called Celine Blue, basically this, and Jamil was actually going to be talked about to be our drummer way back before I even went to California and came back. I didn't even meet him, but I heard about it. It was weird. I'm like, oh, you're that guy. Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
And then I guess about a little over a year now, 2 years now, Darian and I met each other at the Soul Vibes jam sessions that we've done a lot together.
Oof.
Bob Marley, Stevie Wonder.
I'd say The Who for me, big time. That's one of my favorite bass players on it.
For me, in this, it depends what kind of music I'm playing.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Marley's is, for me, a massive influence. Lyrically.
Queen is another one.
Beatles.
Beatles, definitely.
For this band, I'm listening to a lot of like techno artists. Daft Punk, Pendulum.
Pendulum's great.
But then again, the whole plethora of sort of drum and bass artists from back home, like DJ Hype, DJ Fresh, to kind of pull that
Rudimental.
in, Rudimental, yeah, that kind of stuff. And then like songwriting wise, gosh, when it comes to just the raw songs, I'm like Neil Young, Bob Dylan.
Definitely.
Crazy. As well,
Definitely Neil Young.
Yeah,
fingers, for
absolutely.
sure. I
Yeah.
can hear it.
Yeah, it's there in the raw song. So we build a Neil Young song and then put like drum and bass on it.
Yeah, dance beats.
Like jungle rooms and stuff like that. Yeah.
For me, like the 4 artists that I've always paid attention to, whether it's for performing or how to sing or anything like that, as I mentioned, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, she's the voice, period. Prince, another musical genius, and finally Stevie Wonder. I love many, but those are the 4 that I paid attention to since the very beginning.
Oh, getting better than that.
Yeah.
Class right there.
Right, I'll say the primary, or at least at this point, has been Chris
Yeah.
mostly. But we all write our own parts.
I'm born and raised in Nashville. I'm one of the unicorns.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I've been here like 8 years ago, something like that, to do music. So Midwestern.
Yeah. Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Been a Tennessee boy all my life. Lived half my life in Memphis and half my life in Nashville. So, yeah.
Sheffield, England. Guys.
The next show that we have is February 24th, and it'll be at the East Room.
Yeah.
It will be a show by Canary Yellow Productions. That's right. So go out and support them.
Yeah, indeed. And we are currently booking, so if you want to have us, let us know. We are eager to play.
That's all our handles.
Our handle, so it always will be Soulchess Music across all social media. So we'll be on Facebook, Instagram, you name it, it's all Soulchess Music. Even our Gmail is soulchessmusic@gmail.com.
Going, but I'm crashing in too fast. Speeding like a bullet, should have learned from my past. But I realize what I'm doing, standing up for the heartache, this chance I'm pursuing. What the hell am I doing? I can't stop being in love with you. No, I can't stop being in love with you. Whoa. Waiting on that moment so I can let you know. But the echo in my head say, everybody, ooh, take it slow. Now I realize that I'm falling, breaking all of you. It's far that I'm feeling. What the hell am I doing? I can't goes into the deep.
That would cut it.
All right.
Right.
Like that. Go up into the light.
Like that's what I mean.